Hello everyone. Summer is heating up and we hope your business is as well. Our family of services are always available to keep you informed on the hottest trends in their industries. Let's get started.
Hi, Craig Garcia with Capital Partners Mortgage. This month I wanted to talk to you about a brand new exciting program that we have called our Capital Partners Mortgage Peak 100 program. This program offers buyers 101% financing for the purchase of a primary residence. You heard that right, 101%. It is a conventional financing package. It consists of a 97% first mortgage and a 4% second mortgage, which are both at low fixed rates. The best part about the program is that there is zero mortgage insurance on the program whatsoever, which helps keep the payments lower. Now, there are some income limits on the program, but borrowers do not have to be first-time homebuyers. You can use this to buy a house, a townhouse, and a warrantable condominium for primary residences. So anyway, ask your loan officer today about our brand new Capital Partners Mortgage Peak 100 program, and I hope you have a fantastic month.
Can't believe it's that time of year again. Hurricane season. June 1st marks the first day of the hurricane season in Florida. We're not sure that we'll be hit by a storm this year, but I'm fairly certain that some of your closings will be impacted by at least the threat of a storm. So as a hurricane approaches, typically 3 to 5 days out, most insurance carriers will suspend binding of insurance. Therefore, if you have a client or a closing coming up in the next few days, you might not be able to find insurance to go ahead and make that closing happen. So rule of thumb, in hurricane season, once your client has selected the policy that they wish to purchase, go ahead and have them do it sooner rather than later to avoid this predicament. If a storm approaches, we will be reaching out to you, playing our part as fake meteorologists, to kind of give you an idea of where we think that storm will be impacting your clients and prohibiting some closings. So keep your fingers crossed, keep your ears open, and we will see you next month. Thank you.
Hello there. As real estate agents, buyers, and sellers, you may all be involved in the purchase and sale of a property with a tenant that is staying on the property after closing. Here are a few things to keep in mind when that happens. Paragraph 6B of the FAR bar contract requires the seller to provide the buyer with a copy of the tenant's lease within 5 days after the effective date of the contract. This is so the buyer may examine the lease and determine if the terms are acceptable, as it is the buyer who would become the landlord after closing. The buyer then has 5 days after receipt of the lease to terminate the contract if the lease terms are not acceptable, and also receive a return of the deposit. Now, once we are past those 5 days, Standard D of the contract also calls for the seller to deliver to the buyer a tenant estoppel letter, updating the terms of the tenancy. The estoppel letter will confirm things like how much is a security deposit, is there any other deposit, or last month's rent, the amount of the rent, and when it was last paid. The title company will then use this estoppel letter to make all adjustments between seller and buyer on the closing statement. The rent will be prorated based upon when it was last paid, and any advanced rent or security deposits will be credited to the buyer. That way, when the tenant vacates, the new owner, the buyer, will have the ability to refund what is due to the tenant. When taking a listing, it's also a good practice for the real estate agent to take in copies of any leases and be prepared to deliver them to the buyer upon an executed contract. The buyer's realtors can then ensure the buyer is in receipt of the lease to review in a timely manner. That's all I've got for now. If you'd like more information about this or any other title matter, please reach out and one of our associates will be happy to assist. Until next time, I'm Marlene Rodriguez. Make it a great day.
Hi, Benji Jean with Kai's Property Management. This month, I want to revisit security deposits, last month's rents, and how that affects your commission. For those of us that charge 10% of the lease as our commission, we must be very diligent in not taking any monies out of the last or security deposit towards our commission. If you are charging a 10% commission, you must get your owner to send the difference in a check to the office separate from the funds that a tenant brings to move it. There are very specific laws surrounding security deposits and last month's rents, also known as advance rents. These monies must be held in a separate escrow account, and they cannot be used for anything other than last month's rent or security deposits. We continue to see agents using the security deposit and last month's rent towards their commission. This can put your landlord at risk. as it is illegal. Thank you and have a wonderful month.
As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.